Hello, I'm Matthew Morrison, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly cheat sheet to award season madness. Or as we like to think of it, the show that smacks down people and things you love because we love them too. And there's nothing wrong with having a little fun, right? Right? Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Lindsay?
The 2015 Tony race has officially begun. An American in Paris and Fun Home nabbed the most nods of the season with 12 each. But tons more shows got love on nomination day, including acclaimed British imports Wolf Hall, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, and Skylight, the new musical Something Rotten, and the classic crowd pleaser The King and I. Theater legend Chita Rivera, Hollywood hunk Bradley Cooper, Dame Helen Mirren, and Broadway favorite Kelly O'Hara were also among the nominated actors. Kristen Chenoweth, who nabbed a nomination for Best Actress in a Musical, has more good news. She'll be hosting the ceremony on June 7th alongside fellow Tony winner Alan Cumming. Check out the full list of nominees on Broadway.com and see you guys on a Tony night.
We've said it before and we'll say it again. Tony's Schmonies. It's the fans' opinions that really matter, and now it's time for you to have your say with the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards. Nominate your favorites in 21 categories by Thursday, April 30th, right here on Broadway.com. The nominees in each category, including unusual ones like Favorite Pair, Favorite Diva, and Favorite Long-Running Show, will be announced on May 1st, and then the polls will open so you can vote for the winners. Good luck, everybody.
With zero Tony love, Living on Love declared its affair with The Great White Way over. The new comedy, led by opera great Renee Fleming, penned by Joe DiPietro, and directed by Kathleen Marshall, will close on May the 3rd after only officially opening on April the 20th at the Longacre Theatre. Living on Love joins the Heidi Chronicles, which also announced it would close on May 3rd. However, there was some consolation for Heidi's leading lady Elizabeth Moss, who received a Tony nod for Best Leading Actress in a Play.
It's been nearly 50 years since James Earl Jones and Cicely Tyson last shared a Broadway stage, but the acting legends are about to bring that streak to an end. The Tony winners will be taking the stage together for a revival of D.L. Coburn's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, The Gin Game. Jones and Tyson will play two residents of a retirement home who become fast friends as they bond over friendly games of gin and stories of their life experiences. Directed by Leonard Foglia, The Gin Game is set to open October 13th at the Golden Theater. So, will the dynamic duo be rewarded with shiny new Tonys next year? We'd be willing to take that gamble.
Two-time Tony champ Sutton Foster is having a great week. The triple threat learned her TV land show Younger is getting picked up for season 2, a feat her last TV outing Bunheads failed to achieve despite much love from fans. So it'll be more secrets, lies, and sexy shenanigans for Foster and co-stars Debbie Mazur, Miriam Shore, and Hilary Duff. And if you're hoping to see Foster sing and dance on Broadway again soon, don't fret. The star assured us she would love to balance a stage gig with the show, which films on the streets of NYC. Be sure to catch Younger every Tuesday night at 10 p.m.
Hello, I'm Renee Fleming, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
After getting a whopping 12 Tony nominations, including Best Musical, the cast of An American in Paris definitely has something to celebrate. At the show's opening night, we asked the cast and their friends to show us their go-to moves when they're hitting the dance floor. Learn how to dance with the stars in this week's Pop Poll.
I'd probably turn into like a mom dancer by now. Mom dancing is kind of like this, like...
when I'm in a club or something, that.
Robbie and Brandon make fun of me sometimes. They literally like call me Max von Shoulders, because whenever I'm hearing music, I'm like...
The shimmy, baby. Got to move those shoulders. Not too many people can do that, oddly enough. I don't know, they can't separate the top from the bottom.
Probably something like... something not exerting.
It's always like a step to the side. You can always like count on a two-step. You can always like know that you're doing the right thing with just a sway, a side to side.
Thumbs up to the Tony love for those making spectacular Great White Way debuts over the 2014-15 season. Broadway.com fresh faces, including Wolf Hall's Lydia Leonard, and American in Paris' Leanne Cope, Hand to God's Stephen Boyer, It's Only a Play's Micah Stock, Curious Incidents' Alex Sharp, along with Fun Home's Emily Skeggs and Sydney Lucas, all received nominations this year. Congratulations to them all.
Thumbs down to Tony nominators, who went out of their way to snub 2 popular musical revivals this year. With only 5 eligible shows, we naturally assumed that 4 or even all 5 might wind up on the best revival of a musical shortlist. But after announcing The King and I, On the Town, and On the 20th Century's well-earned nods, Bruce Willis and Mary Louise Parker moved on to the next category. What? No sideshow? No Gigi? What the heck did they invent champagne for that night? Not cool, Tonys. Not cool.
Our tweet of the week comes from newly minted Tony Award nominee Sydney Lucas, who celebrated the most exciting news in the whole wide world like any 11-year-old would. She tweeted, "So excited I don't know what to do with myself. Must do cartwheels and handstands. Congrats, Fun Home Musical, on noms." Congratulations on the very well-deserved Tony nod, Sydney, and here's hoping you might just get to recreate this adorable pose 39 days from now on the Radio City Music Hall stage. You can follow the Fun Home star at Sydney Lucas, NYC.
I'm Jessie Mueller, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
It was a mind-blowing week at the Belasco Theater when Hedwig and the Angry Inch co-creator John Cameron Mitchell officially stepped down in the role he originated and passed the wig to incoming Hedwig, Darren Criss. Check out this great shot by Broadway.com photographer Bruce Glickus, featuring Mitchell giving the Glee favorite and Broadway.com Audience Choice Award winner a big, glittery smooch after his final performance. But JCM is not out of the spotlight. He's just been named the recipient of a special Tony Award. Lift up your hands.
We need to talk about a Broadway icon who opened in a new musical and received her 10th Tony nomination this week. From her Tony-winning performances in The Rink and Kiss of the Spider-Woman to her legendary turns in shows including Chicago and Nine, whenever this star's on stage, all eyes are on her. It is an honor, Chita Rivera, to have you back on the Great White Way, headlining Kendra and Ebb's The Visit, and you are our star of the week.
In last week's SmackDown, we applauded the news that both Laura Benanti and Anna Kendrick are releasing collections of humorous essays next fall by asking you whose book you're more excited to get your hands on. Well, the results are in, and 80% of you can't wait to read Benanti's sure-to-be hysterical book. But let's be real, we'll all be pre-ordering both books ASAP. This week, news came out that musical adaptations of the 1997 animated film Anastasia and the 2001 quirky rom-com AMELIE will have their world premieres over the next year in Connecticut and California, respectively. The Anastasia creative team boasts a slew of Tony winners, including composers Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty, book-writer Terrence McNally, and director Darko Trejnik. And it looks like AMELIE will star Les Mis standout Samantha Barks. So, we want to know, which new tuner would you love to see land on the Great White Way? Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCom with the hashtag BWaySmackDown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
Thanks for watching the Broadway.com show. We leave you with this delicious blast from the past from newly announced Tony hosts Alan Cumming and Kristen Chenoweth. Here are the Tony winners singing Easy Street back when they co-starred in a TV movie version of Annie in 1999. See you next week.